What's up, guys? Today we're going to take care of the number one problem with the four-wheel drive system on the Jeep JKU years 2007 to 2018, and that is the transfer case shift cable. Now, normally the bushings on the end ended up wearing out over time. They break, and then the shifter knob for the four-wheel drive would just kind of flop around. It won't want to go into four-wheel drive at all. But that was not the case for this one. I was having issues. It did not want to go in the four-wheel drive. It would struggle with going four low, four high, and whatnot. It's because the cable ended up stretching over time, and it wasn't allowing it to go into gear properly. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the shift cable today. Okay, before we get started, you do not have to remove any of the front seats. I only removed the front seat to make it a lot easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. It's pretty difficult to get a video inside the cab of the Jeep. So the first thing we need to do is remove this shift knob. And this shift knob is a pain to remove. So I have a little trick that I've been using for years now, is I take a ratchet strap, I wrap it around the shift knob, the base of the shift knob, and just tie a little knot into it. You don't have to be tight. And what you're going to do, I just kind of wrap around my hand here, put a little bit of pressure on this shift knob, and then you start turning the shift knob. Be careful you don't fall back. But then the shift knob pops off there. These are a huge pain to get off there. So that's the easiest way I've found. A lot of times it's really hard to pull that off by hand, and half the time you're going to clock yourself in the face. Because I've done it before where I'm pulling, and then pop. So definitely keep your face out of the way. So that's the first thing we need to do. Okay, we got the four-wheel drive shift knob off there. Now the next thing we need to do is take off this plastic panel here. Sometimes there's like a map holder or whatnot that's there. But what you got to do is get your plastic trim tool. Definitely use the plastic trim tool. You don't want to mar or gouge any of this plastic trim that you're removing. So you just get your trim tool in there. You get that popped off. Now the next thing you need to do is get the plastic trim on your center console off. So how you do that is get your center console up. Then you gotta rip your e-brake here. Then you take your plastic trim tool and you find a spot here to get it in under your trim, and then you start working it up. Just like that. So you can get your plastic trim up over it. And then you can get it out. Now we have to unbolt the center console. There's 4 bolts. One up here, and then opposite on the other side. So let's go ahead and take those out. Also, if your center console has any kind of electrical stuff in the back, you'll have to pop that panel off and unplug those things, but this one does not. But if it does, make sure there's no electrical stuff back here. So let's go ahead and get these out. These are T30 Torx. 1, 2. Now that the center console is unbolted, you don't technically have to lift this completely out of the way. You just need to get this high enough up front to disconnect the cable. See if I can get that lifted enough. There we go. So I have this high enough. I just put a piece of wood under here, holds the center console up enough. And now I can go ahead and disconnect the cable from the shift linkage here. Okay, so now you go ahead and take a screwdriver or a pry bar and you just work it behind your shift cable here and pop it off. After you pop this off, normally you got to pull this piece out of the bracket, but since I was having issues with the cable, And when I was trying to put it back in tour drive, it ended up popping out on its own. So normally you just grab a hold of that and it'll pop out and it'll get out of your way. So now we got to get underneath the Jeep and disconnect the other side of this cable. Also, if you guys are interested, I'll go ahead and link any of the parts and tools that I use in this video in the description. There are Amazon links. If you're curious, you can go check them out. It's time to go ahead and take off the transfer case skid plate. We're taking this off because it's going to make it a lot easier to get to that shift cable. So there's only 4 bolts that hold it on. I think they're 18 millimeters. Now we got to get this transfer case shift cable unclipped from this bracket here. This clip right here is broken. Normally, I'll take needle nose pliers and I'll grab a hold right here, pull down, and then same on this other side, and then I can pop that out. But since this one's broken, I'm just going to get my pry bar up there and see if I can just pry it out of that bracket. Yep, just like that. Now that's out of the bracket. Now we got to find the other side of the shift cable and pop that out as well. Okay, here's the other end of the shift cable. So what you need to do is get either this pry bar in between the shift cable and the bracket where it attaches to the transfer case, in between there, and twist it, and then it'll pop that cable out. It's pretty hard for me to record and do this, so it's just like how we did it up top. It's fairly simple. It's just kind of in a weird spot. It's hard to record. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I had the other end of the shift cable disconnected. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab it and kind of pull it through here and let it hang down here. So when I'm pushing it up through the Jeep, it's not snagging everything. There's a rubber grommet that you got to get either your pry bar or a long screwdriver. And you got to push that grommet up through the bottom of the Jeep. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera down and push that up, and then we're going to start pulling that cable through the Jeep. All right, I have the rubber grommet pushed up through the bottom of the floor. I don't know if you can see it from there. It's very challenging to get the camera in here to see this. But when you go to pull this cord out, there's going to be a wire harness that's clipped in with a zip tie with a push pin on it. So you're going to have to pop that push pin out. That's attached to that wiring harness to get that harness out of the way. If not, it's going to be hard to get this cable through there. Okay, you definitely got to do a little finagling to get this out of that hole there. Now it's time to put the new cable in. So what I ended up doing was going back underside of the Jeep and then just starting the beginning of the cable. So now I'm going to go ahead and try to grab a hold of it and get it rerouted back to where it's supposed to be and get it all hooked up. So like I said, I just went back underneath of it and just got the cable started. So now we're going to go ahead and get it routed where it needs to go. I got the cable finagled back through here. It was really hard to show, but it's going to take a little bit of work to finagle that through there. I also pushed, you can see it here, the rubber grommet up through the floor. They give me enough cable to put the cable back where it belongs, and then I'll just push that rubber grommet back down where it's supposed to go. So it's a little bit of a pain. Either way you do it, if you put the cable from up top down in there or from the bottom up, either way, it's a little bit of a pain. So that's probably the hardest part about this job, is just doing that. So now that we got the cable up here, we need to get this connected back where it belongs and then pop the cable back on to the shift lever. And then we'll go back to the bottom and connect all that back up. And there we go. Got that on there. Got that on there. Now we'll get this rubber grommet pushed back through here. Okay, so I got the new cable clipped in there where it's supposed to go. And if you can see it here. Yep, right there. I got the new cable clipped back on to the transfer case lever there to let it select what gear it goes into. This was all really hard for me to record and try to hook back up, but it's just how you took it back off is how it goes back on. So just pay attention. How you take it off, it's exactly how it goes back on, just in reverse order. So we're going to go ahead and put the transfer case skid plate back on. So just remember, it was the 4 bolts, and they were 18 millimeters, and just bolt it right back up. Now it's time to go ahead and start putting this all back together. So I got the center console down where it needs to go, so I'm going to go ahead and bolt it up. Before you get too far, make sure that your forward drive does work properly, and then you can start finishing up the rest of this here. I already checked this one. It does work, so I just got to continue putting this trim back together, and we'll be good to go. Just like that. The forward drive shifter cable is in, and we're good to go off-roading again. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll go back to them. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. You have a good one.